Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, wherever you are listening to this uh, video. Today, I want to show you how how I use a strategy to trade a volatility 75. As you can see, this is the profit I'm making from it now. This is the profit I'm making from it now. So I want to teach you the strategy, and believe me, this strategy you can use it to trade your volatility and your crash and burn, and you can trade it without fear of a spike in crash and burn. So I want to walk you down on how I am able to use this uh, strategy to make some profit, just like the one you are seeing here. Just like the one you are seeing here. So I want to walk you down through that. So you have seen it, evidence. This is a live trade. This is a live trade, and based on the strategy I'm using, I'm not ready to close. I'm not ready to close this trade now, which means it can run till the next 4 hours, 5 hours. So this strategy I'm giving you today, uh, it works. It works. So let's go down to the chart and how it works. So this strategy, before you can be able to use this strategy, if you're not using a laptop and you're using phone, you must know at least how to have a little slight idea about price action, and also you should have a little idea of how to read the chart. So to be able to use this strategy, you can be able to read at least the chart or the price action, how it happened. So when you look at what's happening here, and you find out that this is the exhaustion point of this trade, this movement here, it moved from here, and when you check, you find out that here is the exhaustion point of this particular trade. So, and when you go, you find out that the it are retested several times here. It are retested several times here. So that is, and here again, and here again it retested, and here again it rested. So which indicating that this also indicate that there will be a kind of there is a kind of weak in the uptrend. There is a weak in uptrend. So there is a weakness in the uptrend. So when you watch what is happening here, so the trend went up and now is about reversing. So that is how. Let me tell you, this strategy, if you follow it according to my description, you are going to enjoy it. You are going to enjoy this strategy. Let me still show you, to show you that I'm not. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm saying. When I tell you about the strategy, I know what I'm saying. The money is still there. So this is it. I'm showing you from a live trade. I'm not doing a guesswork. So if you follow this strategy, how it's going to work, how it's going, as soon as the wife I teach you, you're going to love it. And please, if today is your first time of visiting this channel, please make sure that you subscribe. If you have any question to ask about the strategy, you can comment it, you can say it, and let's iron it out together. If you have any issue facing you, let's iron it together. So let me go ahead and teach you how you set the indicator, for this trade. And let me tell you this thing, it works. So you must be able to keep your phone on a rotational form. If you are not using laptop, this instruction, keep your phone on a rotational form. um, and at the end, I'm going to tell you how you trade boom and crash without the fear of crash. So, and this time frame I'm using here, what I'm using here is 30 minutes. That's what I'm using for this trade. For this, and that's what I'm using. I'm advising also to use a higher time frame so that you can last long in the direction of the trend. So you can last long in the direction of the trade. So that's what I'm at. So let's go down without not wasting much of your time. Let's go down to the indicator I use and I'll, I'll tell you how I managed to use them to trade and make a profitable trade. Okay, so let's go down to the indicator. When you go back to the indicator I use here is the RSI in the window one. I use the RSI. Please copy the period, the parameter 14. Apply to close. Uh, 3 pixel star is 3 pixel, and the level is 90 20. Then you click done. Okay. After that, you go to your Ishimogu, the same Ishimogu in the same window one. So window one. So this is what you are going to put in your figure. Please, you can pause your phone and screenshot it so that it will go the same. Okay. So don't make any mistake if you want to, so that it can be very effective. Okay. On the main chart, you are going to be using Ishimogu. Ishimogu is the main important here. The moving average is not that important. The main important is the Ishimogu. Here are the settings of the Ishimogu. So this is it. This is the main chart. That's what I'm going to be using in the main chart, and press is done. So please forget about this moving average. Is not needed for this particular video, for this particular strategy. So let us forget about it. Make sure you watch to the end, so I will tell you how you can trade the spike without fear. Okay, so let's go back to the look at the trade. It's still going. It's going. So there is nothing to worry about. This strategy. This strategy is functioning. It's functioning. Okay, so let me teach you how you use the, like I said, you must put your strategy, you must put your phone on a rotational phone if you are not using a laptop. So this is how it works. This is how it works. And make sure when you come at the price action here, when you come at the price action, you will find out that this was an uptrend. This was an uptrend. So I didn't meet this trend when it was starting here at this point. So I waited for it to exhaust, to get exhaustion time. So here I saw the weakness of the trend. So I decided this is where I decided to enter the journey to go down, so I can follow them and sell. So that is how this thing. So what you're going to do before using this strategy, before taking your trade, your confirmation before taking this trade, is that in the any you can use it in 30 minutes, in 1 minute, in 15 minutes, any time frame you choose to use it. It works perfectly okay. But what I'm using is a 30 minutes so that I can last longer in the trend. Okay. So this is how it works. So what you are going to do is that you will make sure that, okay, when the trend is down, when the trend is down, and you see that there is the sellers are much in the market. When you find out that the sellers are in the much market, which is going to the cross here, you find out there's going to be a drop down there. So when there is a cross here, this is where I pick the trade because I found out there will be a cross here. So because it's also the exhaustion point here, and the buyers and the sellers are going to step in because of the buyers already weak. The sellers are going to step in. Okay, that's why I decided to pick this trade. And you make sure that, so how are you going to use this effectively? You make sure that number one confirmation is that you make sure that the Ishimoku in the main chart, the Ishimoku in the main chart, the Ishimoku in the main chart has crossed and points down. That is, if you want to take a sales position, you make sure that Ishimoku has crossed at the exhaustion point. Please remember, it's at the exhaustion point. It's at the exhaustion point that I take this trade as a exhaustion point. Make sure that the Ishimoku itself, this Ishimoku and the main chart has crossed the price, the action, just like the way you see it here. And when you step down here, and make sure that also the Ishimoku here, in the window one is on the overbought. Okay, make sure that the is in overbought before. If you see it, the confirmation that if the Ishimoku here is in the overbought and uh the price is on the exhaustion point, is on the exhaustion point. This is what I mean by the exhaustion. So the week here is getting much weak here, that the buyers are not able to take over this market, to take up this market like this, to take this market up. So we are expecting that there will be a heavy down drop. So this is how the thing works. And make sure that the Ishimoku in the window one, the red is about to cross, the purple one. So that is when you take your sell. The same thing also happen. That is when you want to take your buy position. Okay, just imagine what happened here. Let's say you want to take a buy position here. This is where it cross, and when you look at the window, the window one, this is where it cross, and the purple is up now. So you can take this comfortably without fear and take your profit. Please, this when trading this, don't fear, because you're going to see a kind of shaking, like here. Don't fear, for the side that you know that this the uptrend is going. Before that, you will be able to define the trend of the market. Please make sure first of all you identify the trend of the market before taking this action. Make sure you identify the trend of the market before taking this action, so that you won't regret anything at the end. And make sure that you know a little bit of price action, so you won't regret anything. But it's not much that the price action, the indicator, almost do most of the work for you. So what I'm telling you to do now is that what you need to observe, is you got to observe that number one, the Ishimoku in the main chart has crossed the price, and number two, you need to make sure that the the price is an exhaustion point. Okay. And number three confirmation, you need to make sure that the Ishimoku in the RSI is in the overbought first, before taking a sell. Then if for buy, you need to make sure that it's in over sold, so before you take your buy position. So this strategy works very well. Okay, so let me take you on how I use it to trade in the crash and boom without fear. Let me turn this phone to rotate. So and boom without fear, boom and crash without fear. Let me tell you how I take boom and crash without fear. So you know that this strategy works very well. It works very well. Okay, this strategy works very well. Let me tell you how I trade boom and crash without fear of the spike with this same strategy. Let me tell you how I trade boom and crash without fear. Okay, look at what happened here now. I found out that this is the is in the exhaustion point here. Is an exhaustion point here, which means let me take the sell position now. Is an exhaustion point here, and the Ishimoku has crossed the price. And when you come back, the Ishimoku here also here is about to. Let me wait for the confirmation to make sure that this red Ishimoku cross over the purple one. That is my main confirmation before taking this trade. So when taking this trade, you don't need to be scared of the spike, and make sure that you are trading on higher time frame so that you won't be in the crash and boom. Make sure that you are taking this on the higher time frame so that you won't be scared out of in the when the spike happens, because I know what in the lower time frame when the spike happens you will be kind of scared of how it happened. And make sure that you put your phone in the rotational form, okay, just like the way I put my own like this. Make sure that it's in the rotational form, and make sure that you observe the rules and the regulation to take this trade. Like what I said, number one, if you want to take this trade, make sure that the price is on the exhaustion point. Okay, you know what I mean by exhaustion point? What I mean by exhaustion point is that make sure that the price is no longer is weak. Is weak. Make sure that the price action is weak. And secondly, make sure that the Ishimoku in the main price is about to cross. Is about to go now, like just now, is about taking the sales direction now. And make sure for the better confirmation, make sure that this red Ishimoku has crossed. Please, if you are gaining value from this video, please make sure you subscribe. We have found out that most people don't subscribe, but listen to this video very carefully. Listen to this video very carefully. Make sure that you follow this instruction, and make sure that you practice it in your demo account before going live with it. Okay, make sure that you practice it first in your demo account before going live with it, because this strategy is really powerful. That have been the strategy I have been using that have given me a maximum return. So make sure that you you practice this in your demo account. Make sure that you practice. Make sure you copy the settings very well, and make sure you follow the instruction. Let me repeat it again. Before taking your trade, first of all, make sure that the price is in the exhaustion point. Number one, that is your number one confirmation. Make sure that it's in the exhaustion point. Number two, make sure that the Ishimoku, this one now, this Ishimoku here, make sure that Ishimoku has crossed the line. And thirdly, make sure that Ishimoku in the RSI, here, make sure that it has crossed up to that for a sell condition. Make sure that it has crossed up for a buy condition. Make sure that the purple one has crossed over the red one. So this is the instruction needed for this. And make sure that you subscribe if this video has really helped you out. Please help me and subscribe. That is the only reward you can give me to this video. Please, if you need any kind of thing to ask question, you have any question to ask, please make sure that you relate to me. Like this trade now, I'm taking now, this trade and now, I'm not scared of this trade, because I know that definitely it will play as to my own rules. So make sure you subscribe to this video. Thank you very much. Yes, I wait for you to see your testimony over this strategy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And make sure you subscribe. Thank you.